What up?
Hello.
Yep. Happy Sunday, everybody. How
Hello.
is it going?
Hello.
Wow, it's been a
Doing great.
week. Very busy week. How's everybody doing?
Yeah. Oh, gotta put on Jason. Booyah. Doing good, man. You're doing awesome. Hell yeah.
Almost weren't ready there.
Yeah. So we got King Matthew with us.
Nice.
So,
We
King
got
Matthew.
Mr. King Matthew.
Sad Boy Mode. We have with us. We have a few other people that haven't
Sad
said
boy
hello
mode.
yet.
What?
So we'll say hello to those as they drop their hello. So hopefully everybody's having a great week this week. A little bit of a slow horror week this week, but we've been pretty busy. So we got Melissa with us. Hey Melissa, how's it going? So we have some news to cover, and then we have a topic that we're gonna go over today. So we're gonna dive into the Evil Dead. We're gonna talk about Resident Evil, what our thoughts are on it. We're gonna talk a little bit about Tales from the Crypt, Sophia Thatcher's new film, and then Blair Witch is making a comeback, which is
Unexpected.
yeah, Blair Witch is making a
I
comeback.
know.
I know how I feel about that franchise.
Yeah,
I know, man.
I like the first one.
Even I love the second one actually. So,
oh, we'll get into it.
Ah.
We're gonna get into it now.
I think we're actually
Definitely
ready.
gonna get into it now. But I don't know if we're all in different places with watching movies this week, so we're all kind of watching different movies. So we got a comment in there from Sad Boy Mode on the Michael biopic. I did not see that. I opted for Hokum, but Marcus, you went and seen it. So what's your thoughts?
man, I mean, it was good. It was just, Antoine Fuqua never misses when it comes to him directing movies, from Training Day to Tears of the Sun, Southpaw. King Arthur is one of my favorite movies that he did with Clive Owen.
Mhm.
It's a good film, very good biopic, but I know people wanted to go in there, like wanted to see the drama, where this movie kind of focused on Michael and Joe mostly, and it did shy away from a lot of stuff that American Dream in the documentary, talked about and showed. But to me, it's a good movie, man. It's a really good movie, and definitely looking forward to what they're going to do in the next one. And yeah, man, it's crushing all kind of numbers as far as box office, which was expected. So we'll see. We'll see how it does by the end of this run.
Yeah, is that probably the potential to have like in the top 5 movie makers for the year? Probably.
For now, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
for
think
now.
it's probably going to be top 5.
Like, I definitely say Coleman Domingo as Joe will definitely. It'll be a crime if he's not in talks for being nominated for an Oscar. Jafar did a good job as Michael, but Coleman Domingo, man, that dude's is on another level when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So.
Sad Boy here saying that Michael 2 was confirmed. The Dangerous Era. His nephew looks good.
Now, it's crazy behind the
cool.
scenes that I'm not going to go into the whole detail here, but you can look up why Janet and Reeve was not shown or mentioned in the movie, because of some personal stuff behind the scenes. Everybody could go look that up. But they weren't involved with the movie whatsoever. They weren't even shown in the movie. Only LaToya was shown, and the 5 brothers. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I went to see Hokum this week.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Oh, look at you, Marcus. Look at your reaction. Oh my God. You expected something that you didn't get. That's what that look is.
Yep.
Yep,
Yes,
exactly.
I mean, it was a good movie, but it was just like you just nailed it. I expected more, and I didn't get that, so I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, damn, this movie got some good build up. But then by the end, I was like, this is a one and done for me,
Yeah. So this is one of those movies where they're selling it as a paranormal movie, where it could sort of be like a paranormal movie, but I'm going to describe it like I did with Sinners. The story is so good with Hokum that you don't need the horror element in there. It's in there and it complements it, and it plays out nicely, but you didn't need it in there. So what they brought in was pretty good. And then there's an ending thing. Marcus, you and I will have to talk about it later, but there's an ending on it that makes you go,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah,
But I thought it was a very good movie, very well acted. I liked the story a lot, but it's not a full-on paranormal, ghost, scariest movie of the year type of film.
you know what it reminded me of?
What?
That Harrison Ford Michelle Pfeiffer movie with Lies with Me. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
That was a fantastic movie.
Yeah,
that was a
like the
very good
tone,
movie.
the pacing, and
Yep.
and again, that was another movie that was like, it wasn't, the way the trailers presented and stuff. When you saw the movie, it wasn't what you expected, which ended up being better than what it was. But this kind of did the same thing, but you nailed it as far as like it could have done without something.
Huh.
Interesting.
Some people say it reminded them of The Shining.
Mm,
Room
Maybe a little.
1408, maybe?
I would say more 1408.
Yeah, Room 1408 is in there, definitely. There was another movie that it reminded me of, too, like towards the one part of it. And I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of this. And it just slips my brain at the moment. All right, so let's move on to the news. We actually have some news of our own, and we're going to show you some of our news of our own. I'm going to share my screen.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about the trailer that we just dropped this week. And let's go ahead and play it.
Play the question.
No sound.
No sound?
Nope.
All right, let's go
Nope.
back to sound. Let's get some sound here. Let's stop sharing this guy and let's do it with sound.
Yes.
Stand by.
Wait, did y'all see Deep Water too? Because that came out too.
I did not see it. Hopefully tomorrow I'll go see that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about checking it out too.
All right. Let's go ahead. We'll rewind this little sucker here, and then let's play it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. There we go. Ooh-wee.
For some, the game never truly ends. It merely resets. Victory may crown the ruthless, but not every finale delivers the satisfaction of a clean, bloody conclusion. But in our world, death is merely a delay, not a defeat. You rise, you return, and the hunt begins again! Now, it's your turn to wear the mask. Step into the world of Stream with the officially licensed companion board game. Play for points, place your wagers, or orchestrate the carnage as Lockwood himself, hosting for streamers who watch and wager on every calculated move unfolding before them. Stream, the player's cut is not some hollow imitation with only a name on a box. No, it's the game that drags you into the heart of the competition, where every decision carries weight and consequence. You will give chase. You will execute with unapologetic brutality. And in the end, if you survive long enough, you will stand face to face with the final girl. This is escalation. This is spectacle. This is Stream. As it was meant to be played, it's your opportunity to gain bragging rights amongst your friends. Stream, the player's cut. Follow on Game Found. The campaign begins May 29th, 2026.
There it is. There it is.
There we go. Good job.
The players, it's closer than ever now. Like, we've been working on this for a little over a year. I've been play testing it for a while, tweaking it as we go along. It's up on GameFound, so if you guys have not followed it on GameFound, go ahead and take a look at it. If you're not into board games, this is a good collector's item. So how Marcus and I really approach the design is from two standpoints. From the collector's standpoint, we want it to be something that you're proud to have in your collection because it actually comes in the hotel that Stream is filmed at. and then from a playable standpoint. So it mirrors the game perfectly, and there are things in it that no other board games in the horror genre have. And I'm a board game enthusiast, so there's chase scenes, there's actual final girl stages that are extremely tough, and a little tribute to Mortal Kombat. You can go for a regular kill, or you can go for a fatality in it. So it's really fun.
And not only that, playing as the players, you could turn on each other too, or work together to go after the guests.
Yep.
So
that's cool.
Definitely.
Super cool.
Alrighty, so let's get on to our first bit of news here, and that is
Let's do it.
Evil Dead Burn, right? So Evil Dead Burn is coming. We still do not have a trailer for it.
Well, we got the teaser.
It comes out in theaters on July 10th, and then we have right, and then we have Evil Dead Wrath that comes out a year later on April 7th. But we have 2 pictures from that, so let's go ahead and share some of the pictures.
Well, did you see the teaser of her?
Oh, nice! Is that chick back?
I have not seen the teaser. No.
Yeah, the teaser's been out for like 2 weeks.
Oh,
is that the chick from Rise?
Is it a good? Is it a good copy or is it a leak?
No, it's a legitimate copy.
Oh, all right. No, I have not. I have not seen the teaser.
No, Danny, no. It's an all new cast.
She looks like the chick from Rise, though.
Yep.
No, the main girl is this New Zealand actress who was the star of Jason Momoa's show. Her name is Lucianne Buchanan. She plays the show Chief of War. You know, that's based on real people in Hawaii. She plays the princess in that, who's married to King Kamehameha. She is drop dead gorgeous, but she is a badass actress in that series, man. So
nice.
She's the only reason why I'm actually hyped for this movie, because she's such a badass actress. So I'm like curious to see what she's gonna do in this movie. So yeah,
nice.
We'll see.
Danny, I was right with you when I first saw this image. It's like, wait a minute, that's just Evil Dead Rise. And then it's like, no, it's not. So that's the first image, and then we got this other image of the family.
Nice. I'm excited for it.
So
I enjoyed Rise.
The teaser, pull that picture back up, dude.
Yep.
So in the teaser, you see that girl crawling around on the ground while the 2 adults next to her are deadites, I think, and they're getting tossed around the room. Well, the guy, I think, is like or some guy is like tossing the mom around and tossing some other guy around in the house while the girl is like crawling around on the ground, like dodging it.
Pause, Marcus. Pause.
You stupid.
Pause, bro.
Sad boy mode. I would see if it's online, but every time I play a trailer on here, we get dinged for it. So I won't be playing the trailer unless it's our trailer.
See, I saw the teaser before They Would Kill You. Actually,
really?
It was attached to They Would Kill You. Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
Like Spear, an accident can happen in a second. The consequences.
What is happening?
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, because you know what? They actually they officially released the teaser at CinemaCon out here in Vegas. That's what happened. That's what they did.
They did release it at CinemaCon. Yeah.
Well, King Matthew has a good comment, Dave.
All right, I'll pull that up. The fact that they announced Evil Dead Wrath before this one comes out kind of worries me. I'm hoping Evil Dead Burn will be good, but maybe they're getting ahead of themselves already announcing the sequel. That's a good point. I think we all kind of said that when they announced Wrath. Yeah,
they're already in production for Evil Dead Wrath.
Not getting a trailer, I would say. Like, I know it's coming out in July, but to that regard, we have Spider-Man's trailer.
Yep. But not only that, I mean, have you noticed ever since like Scream 7 didn't really come out of a trailer until late?
Yes.
And then this one is also coming out with a trailer late. So I'm wondering if there's a lot that would ruin it, or are there a lot of reshoots like how Scream 7 had?
I won't say necessarily as many reshoots as Scream, but because this actually went into production way back last year, and by the time they were supposed to finish, I think it was supposed to come out earlier this year, and then they had some reshoots that ended up pushing the calendar back. So, but I don't think it was like as drastic as what Scream 7 was. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, I am slightly worried that they haven't released anything.
Oh no, we couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I said Scream has had a history. The Scream franchise has kind of had it. Am I muted? Hello?
No, you have a lag. That's why.
1 second.
Not too good on mine.
Yeah, so Danny, so Marcus recently revealed to me that he didn't really care for Rise, which in the beginning, when it first came out, he really liked it. Now it has not aged well with him.
Yeah.
So I don't know what everybody else thinks in the comments, but let us know in the comments what you think of Evil Dead Rise.
I mean, I seen it once and it left a good impression that, I liked it. You know what I mean? And for that, that's rare for me nowadays.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm not saying it's the best one, but I definitely enjoyed it. They had a couple of good reveals, especially with the fourth book, right? That was huge. And then, it's just, I love that it's a continuance of what we already have. And I'm still hoping that they intertwine some comics and whatnot, maybe because, Robert Englund still wants to do Freddy, until he dies. So it's kind of one of those like, hey, maybe we can get, Ash versus Freddy versus, Jason. Who knows, right? Like, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for this franchise. It's one of the few that like it hasn't really disappointed me too much. So
yep. Yeah,
I think the reason why it didn't age with me is because I felt like when they announced this one and Wrath, I was like, if they don't capitalize on the different books of the dead, then I was like, that's why I started to change my feelings for Rise, because I felt like these next two films, something in my gut tells me they're going to drop the ball with Rise being the third book of the dead, and they're not going to connect the whole universe as I would like for them to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I started feeling different about Rise, because I was like, damn, it was good, but then it's going to be hard to say like, after these next two films come out, like it's not going to link the whole universe, So I was like, shit, all that work that Rise did is set up. It's going to fall flat,
True.
So, yeah.
Wait, am I mistaken? I thought there were 4 books that were revealed.
3. No, 3.
So you got
it was
Ash,
the third one. All right, so
you got Ash's book, you got Mia's book, and then you got the one in Rise.
Where the hell did I get 4 from? Was that from a?
Because you're probably thinking of the series Ash vs. Evil Dead, but that's the same book.
Probably.
Yeah.
That and the books looks. I think Army of Darkness's book is different from Evil Dead 1 book, and then Evil Dead's second book is different from the first one too because of licensing issues.
But it's supposed to be the same book though, technically. But
the book in the second one, the zombified version because it was deteriorating.
Deteriorating. Yeah, you had it right. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for correcting me, boys. I appreciate that.
Like technically, Michael's supposed to have the same mask, but it looked different every movie.
Yeah. It's what was it that we said it before too? It happened in other movies that it's either like replacing an actor and it's the same character, or because of licensing thing they had to change things. It was other franchises, not just this one, that has done that multiple times. You're like, wait, oh, it's the same thing. Oh, okay, let's keep it rolling. Yep. Like the one that confused me the most, and I said it before and I'll say it again, was Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Because both Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino use the same actors in every movie. Yeah. Since Once Upon a Time in Mexico was a direct sequel to Desperado, you see Cheech Marin, you see Danny Trejo, you see all these guys that died in Desperado come back, but they didn't come back as the character. They're just playing different characters. Right?
That's
what?
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, same thing. Like Desperado was a sequel to El Mariachi. And
El Mariachi.
He had the same characters in that, like the brother. The brother who played Antonio Banderas' character was the evil drug dealer brother in Desperado.
Yep. And it was a totally different cast. It was crazy.
So King Matthew hasn't seen Evil Dead Rise, but he plans to watch it for the new one.
I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
it's a good movie,
Definitely
man.
do.
It's
It's a
just
must
like-
watch.
Yeah, it's a must watch. It's just it sets up something that I feel like it's not gonna get paid off. You know, with these things.
I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna give us what we want out of the film, only because since from what I remember from Evil Dead Rise and the franchise so far, I haven't been let down.
Yeah.
So it's good. I'm gonna be hopeful, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna go well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, but with, fingers crossed. So far,
Yeah.
like you said, no one so far hasn't been a letdown. You know,
I think
there are
unfortunately
some that are
the
better
Freddy
than
versus
others. But
Jason, yeah, I think unfortunately with the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash stuff happening or bringing them in any capacity, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Especially with how many different people own different parts of the Friday the 13th franchise.
Mhm.
One person or one company has to own the entire thing, and then maybe we can talk about it.
I know, man. That's the sucky part because, like I was mentioning to you boys, I was glad I got to watch the remake, and it was really good. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I don't agree with some of the stuff, but it was a damn good movie, and I was like, shit, I cannot believe that because of all this disputing, right? We still can't get a sequel to that or any other good Friday the 13th stuff. Sucks, man.
Maybe what we'll do before Evil Dead Burn comes out is we'll watch, because it's free and we won't get dinged for it, Within the Woods, which is floating around on YouTube, which is the independent film that Sam Raimi did about the Evil Dead before he landed the big film.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That'd
so
be
that's
cool.
free on YouTube. So maybe what we'll do is we'll get together, we'll watch Within the Woods as a watch along with everybody. We'll play it on the screen. We'll comment as we go along with it. Because we won't get copy strike for that one. So
do you think he would remake it though, like for modern audiences, or no?
I have not watched it, so it would be a first time watch for me as well. So we can go through and see how much they took from the Evil Dead film out of that and see what they translated over. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Sad boy mode. I forgot that that actor that played what do they call he was Wednesday's boyfriend. And the Hyde, he played the Hyde in Wednesday show. He also played Muse. He also played Muse in Daredevil Born Again season 1. He's a good actor, man. I like him. I like him.
Mm-hmm. Before we switch topics, speaking of Sam Raimi, Send Help was good. It was definitely good. I enjoyed it. It's starting to slowly fall down the list of movies now as we're getting further into the year because there's been a lot of better movies that have come out.
Big movie year.
But Send Help is definitely a good one.
Nice.
All right, so Melissa's got some topics for us to talk about. So the first one is going to be about Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, so they are. So this is the first time that supposedly that the whole series, the 7 seasons, are going to be actually shown, and Shudder actually got the rights to that. So they started on Friday with season 1, and they're going to release each season every Friday until June 12th. So
nice.
They're going to show. I don't know about the movies, just because I think the movies you can find them. But I know this is the first time that you can actually find the series because there was a bunch of licensing problems for a long time. So no streaming service really had them. Although I did look, and one of the Google AI said that like AMC Plus might have had some of the shows, but I don't think it was the complete series.
Yeah, because I remember AMC ended up landing some of the rights because was it James Wan or somebody was trying to do a new movie. And they had partnered up with AMC. I think it was James Wan. And then that did.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
For a Tales of the Crypt movie?
It was either a movie or they're going to resurrect the series. I think it was the series. I take that. Yeah, they were going to resurrect the series.
James Wan?
And
that's an interesting take.
It was going to be on AMC, and the deal fell through or something.
Huh.
And that was like a few years ago. Like right. It was either before the pandemic or like in the midst of it. It was talks, and then it fell through.
Interesting.
That's like one of the longest running horror anthology TV shows that were out on networks, right? Because it ran from like 89 to 96.
Yeah.
So a lot of us grew up with it.
And it spun off so much stuff. You had 3 movies. So one movie that people don't really recognize as part of the series, which is called Rituals, and it came out in 2002. And then you had Bordello of Blood, which actually was supposed to be From Dusk Till Dawn, but then Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez had a conflict with it. And then if you watch Bordello of Blood, it's actually very similar to Dusk Till Dawn because they wanted to do their own. Yeah. So that was actually supposed to be part of Tales from the Crypt. And then the last one, which I just spaced out and forgot. Yeah,
so
Demon
Night. Yeah, Demon Night was the first. Bordello of Blood was the second, and then I didn't see Rituals yet, but I know about it.
Which one was the one that they had the blood of Christ or whatever, and that
Demon Night.
She spit it in. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
man.
that was with Jada Pinkett Smith and what's our boy's name?
Billy Zane.
I forgot already.
Billy Zane. Yeah, Billy Zane played the demon.
Yep. That was a good one, man.
Yeah, that one was classic.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't think I've seen every episode, so I just want to throw it out there. I wonder if there would be people interested in us to trying to watch it, not doing a watch along with it, but one of us watching it and then just coming on and doing a quick review of every episode. It's like, all right, so we're on Tales of the Crypt season 1, episode 1. This is our thoughts on it.
Do a ranking of each season.
Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt was like the Saturday Night Live of horror series. Like damn near every major star had an episode.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, seriously. Yeah.
Well, it had everyone.
How many seasons are per episode? That's the real question.
I don't know. I have the box set in the other room. I can go get it from the video store.
There you go.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger even directed one of the episodes in season 2.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So, like, you had some really, really big name folks back then, and everyone wanted to do it. And one of the craziest things that, like, I didn't realize until I started looking up some trivia was that the creature creator was the same guy that did Child's Play, and the eyes of the Crypt Keeper are actually Chucky eyes.
No way.
That's
so when you look, when you look at the puppet itself, the eyes. Next time you watch it, you're gonna be like, I know those eyes. So that was really cool to figure out.
That's why Chucky's creepy. Is because of the Crypt Keeper.
Hey,
another cool thing is the Crypt was the opening of the show where it goes down the stairs. You probably recognize those set of steps when it goes down because it's the mansion that was used in Halloween H2O that doubled as
no way.
And it was also John Milton's house in Scream 3.
No way.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
We got some hellos. We'll continue our topic real quick.
Could
you
say
hello to CG when he jumped on? So hey, CG.
Oh, CG.
Yep. We got Brandon Jackson with us. How's it going?
Brandon Jackson.
We got Shannon with us.
Shannon, let's go.
So real quick, so like the influence of Tales from the Crypt, like that dropped, and then we got Fox's show Monsters. Then we had Tales from the Dark Side, which Tales from the Dark Side has the creepiest opening for a horror show ever. And then there was Freddy's Nightmares. So we had like,
and then you also Tales from the Hood, the movie.
Tales from the Hood. Yeah.
Did you say Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone came out before then.
Well, I know, but it's the.
Well, Twilight Zone is the pinnacle of all, right? Yeah. So many people have come out of just watching.
I mean, technically, there was a Twilight Zone in the '90s. It just wasn't. The same.
Yeah, well, Twilight Zone relaunched in the '90s, and so did the Outer Limits. So we had a bunch of anthologies in the '90s.
Hey, could you imagine Arnold on set directing? Okay, everyone, quiet on set. Okay, you line. Do it now, line.
All right, we got
There's a whole video of him and the Crypt Keeper floating around on YouTube now. That's hilarious, man. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Arnold got like a Christmas sweater on or something. I can't remember the episode, but yeah, it was hilarious.
I'm gonna look at that real quick. Danny, you want to read this question?
Yeah, CJ. He asked, "Do you think Tales from the Crypt was just good for the '90s? A half an hour show on low budget horror stories for the new generation?" I would. I'm just thinking.
I feel like a lot of stuff that was said would get canceled by a lot of these sensitive people.
Oh yeah.
But that's why I'm hoping us and our community of fans of movies that grew up on that horror and that comedy, scary movie is a success this year, where we get back to that content, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so and people
I think it will, dude.
Yeah, people can stop being offended
Dude,
over little stupid stuff.
I think it's gonna blow up, but I also think there's gonna be a bunch of people, cancel or whatever. But I think it's gonna get a lot of buzz, man, because all of us fans are dying for comedy, like you said, like that.
Mhm.
We're dying for it to get back to that.
Well, Naked Gun started with it, man. Naked Gun didn't hold any punches.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so I found the video.
No way.
Welcome, horror hooligans. This is your shiver chef. It's
That's funny.
disgusting what people will do to stay young.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, never mind.
You just a 90-pound corpse for the rest of your death? Keep pumping. I tell the story. Tonight's
Keep
story
pumping.
is and finds a new wrinkle in the fountain of youth. A twisted tale that we call the switch.
I love it. I love
That's
it.
fantastic. That's
Come
fantastic.
on, do it. You gotta keep pumping. Arnold Schwarzenegger here. We're here with Nerdbox.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I think it'll do good. I think it'll do good. I would like to see Freddy's Nightmares get an official Blu-ray release, because I have a bootleg Blu-ray release for it.
I used to stay up late to watch Freddy's.
Yeah, and that was
always come on at like
TV.
11 p.m. or midnight.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. That one pushed the boundaries for being on live television. Yeah, it definitely did. There were scenes that it's like, should that be on TV as a kid? I don't care, but I'll take it.
Funny.
Can you count Beyond Belief, the Back to Fiction show? I can't remember who.
That was good too. Beyond Belief back then. Yeah, that was a very good show.
It was fun. It was a fun show because it was also kind of like a game show where you could guess with it while watching the small clips. Also, you forgot about Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, on Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Yeah. Are You Afraid of the Dark? And then Goosebumps, the original show, was hella dope too.
Yeah.
I will say, I
we had
watched
some really good shows back then.
I watched Goosebumps back, and unfortunately, it does not hold up. It's quite cheesy.
No, it's cheesy and campy as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoy it for the nostalgia factor, and Night of the Living Dummy 3 is still so good, but it is quite cheesy.
Yep. Now, as someone who used to watch Tales from the Dark Side religiously, the show to me was not as good as Tales from the Crypt, but the movie was damn good. Tales from the Dark Side anthology movie was freaking amazing. To this day, it's still like, even though the special effects don't hold up, the stories in that movie was just still like the Gargoyle with Ray Dontron and what's the dude that played Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2? Annihilation. James Raymar. Yeah, James Raymar.
Yeah, I forgot.
Dude, that story was awesome.
That's the movie that two people, the guy and the two kids died on. The helicopter scene, right? Tales from the Dark Side, I believe.
Oh,
yep.
I thought that was a movie.
I thought it was
it was the movie. I think it was the Tales from the Dark Side movie.
That's with Nancy Cartwright is in that.
Yeah, and that's where the guy died with the two kids from the scene where he's trying to escape Vietnam with the kids. The helicopter comes down and cuts him in half.
Listen, I remember when, the dark side of the web was more mainstream, like it wasn't so hidden, and you could see stuff like that. Man, I remember seeing that video, and it happened like this. It happened so quick. You just see it there, not there, and you're like, oh, it was crazy.
There was a time when that stuff was so mainstream that it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I think that's where I saw it at, like when YouTube first started.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube is
Crazy.
buckled down on that stuff.
Crazy times.
Yeah, agree with you, Brandon. Definitely a
Thank God.
classic show. All right, what's our next topic there, Melissa?
The next topic we were going to talk about, it was so Sophie Thatcher is coming back with Her Private Hell. So this is going to be a movie that's kind of like a Barbarella-ish type sci-fi, where people are gathered in a hotel, and I believe there's a killer. His name's the Leatherman. There's not too much about it out right now, but let's see. It's going to be out in July. It's going to be out in July,
We're talking
but it's
about
going to be
Eddie
premiering
Murphy
in
from Raw
May.
when he wore all the leather.
That would be funny. But
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Yeah. I got some ice cream. I'm good.
You can't have no ice cream. You can't have no ice cream.
Has pretty decent cast. I mean, looking it up now.
Well, Sophie Thatcher, budding scream queen there, right? She's on Yellow Jackets. She was in Heretic, which was a fantastic movie. She's in Companion, another fantastic movie. So she's putting together a nice little catalog of horror movies.
Yeah, it has Charles Melton in it, Havana Rose. Yeah, I got a decent Duke Ray Scott is in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty decent cast.
Right now, she's on my list of hey, if she's in a movie and it's horror related, I will probably go see it based off of the previous 2 movies that she was in. I have not seen Yellow Jackets yet, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty. The little details that are out there.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right,
Very nice.
what do we got? What else we got?
Right. Zach Greger's Resident Evil trailer dropped this week.
No,
so
bro,
Zach Greger,
don't
for everybody, yep. So everybody can chime off in the comments. We'll go around the horn. Everybody will get a chance to comment on it, so we won't have to jump in on each other and stuff like that. But Zach Greger did the
Listen to me right now.
He did Weapons, and now he's doing Resident Evil. Marcus, I will start with you.
Man, I'm a diehard fan of Resident Evil. Well, at least the first 2 games, rather.
Mm-hmm.
I'm based on this teaser. I'm interested because he's taking an original approach to it. You know what I mean? An original story, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, this franchise has so much lore. Why can't they just adapt what's already there efficiently? The Bible is already there. Why not just adapt what's already there? But from what I saw in the teaser, I was like, okay, I'm curious. We got Baron Harkonnen sitting in the sewers, chilling. The big fat white zombie, whatever he is, mutant, looking like Skarsgård in the Doom movies. Pearl and Blade. So I'm curious to see. I like the shot of the zombies coming out the house. I thought that was a little cool. But again, I'm not confident in it because you know how I felt about Weapons, even though I love Barbarian. I thought Barbarian was amazing. Weapons, not so much. So we'll see. And I'm not a fan of Austin, whatever his last name is. He's a decent actor to me. But I don't know, man. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have a liquor in this one, they got to have a liquor. They got to have a liquor.
All right.
They don't have a liquor, and I'm going to be pissed.
Listen, I don't care that this is whether this movie is good or not because it's not a Resident Evil movie. It has the Resident Evil title on it, but if it has nothing to do with the original story, I don't really care. I get it. It's an adaptation. It's existing in the overarching universe of what's going on. If maybe it's taking place in '98. But I don't.
Yeah, he said it's taking place during the events of part 2 of the game.
Yeah, see, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get to see Nemesis in the background when he's chasing Jill. But I don't really care. I want to see us actually get a true to form Resident Evil movie. I don't want to see. Oh, hey, we're gonna take the Resident Evil name, and then we're just gonna slap it on a movie, and then we're gonna say it's got some elements that match the original content, but other than that, it's not the original story. I don't care that it's an adaptation. Realistically, it's just a Zach Greger film with the Resident Evil title, and that's it. So while the trailer looks intriguing, it doesn't entice me because I would if I'm gonna sit down and take hours out of my day to watch or experience Resident Evil content, it's just gonna be the games.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's happened to you?
Well, from the trailer itself, like I liked what I was watching. I was curious to see where it was going to go. I feel like I don't really know what they're going to do with this movie, simply because like when the first Resident Evil movie came out and I went to go see that, I was so disappointed because I'm like, where are elements from the games besides the zombies? Like I was like, what's happening? I was like, the stars weren't even the right people for me. And then when they came out with Raccoon City, like I actually really liked Raccoon City because there were scenes from the game that were just there. Like the story kind of sucked. Like I'm not going to say that it was the best story in the world, but there were scenes like that truck scene, the helicopter scene, even the director's cut face that you're used to that on the disc. Like I have that disc, and that face, when I saw that, I was like, yes! Like there's just certain elements to it that like made it a Resident Evil movie, like actually like on the screen. And if they're going a totally different direction, like it could be good, or it's going to be something like Silent Hill. So like I'm curious to see where it goes.
Wait, which Silent Hill? Not the new one.
Silent Hill or Return to Silent Hill?
Because the first Silent Hill was great, but all the other ones, the other two films after that.
Yeah, it was like the second or third ones that came out that I was just like, what's happening with life? The newer one like didn't bother me too much because I could see where it was being like more like you're actually in the game, because I remember, lifting something up, looking in the mirror, and him seeing his phone and like all this other shit. But like my favorite Silent Hill movie is The Room. So like if they actually remade it like the game, that would be a killer movie. But as far as Resident Evil goes, it's if they're giving me a fresh story, cool. If they're like having it like this is a town that's on the other side of Raccoon City, and like this is where the zombies are coming from, like it's got to connect it somehow. And I don't know how they're going to do that with a fresh story. But as far as from what I can see right now, it's got me intrigued, and I'm curious to see how it's going to go. I just don't want them to shit on Resident Evil anymore, because the games are just so stellar. Like even the village with Damascus and like the crypt, like even if they just made that part into a TV series, I'd sit there and watch it all day long, just like hands down, because I'm curious about those characters and I love them in the game itself. They don't even have to give me Leon or anything. Give me all the bad people. Let me know their backstory. See what's happening. What they did with the TV series, wanted to kill it, but I mean, it was the last time we got the guy from the Wick movie, so like I can't totally shit on it because I really liked him. So
and even though that series sucked, I actually liked him as a Wesker. But, that series was
I did not finish that TV series. It was just so god awful.
He was the only good thing about it, though.
I know, but still, it was just a bad show. Like I think I got 4 episodes in, and it's like, no,
what series?
Not coming back.
The Resident Evil TV series.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so bad.
That was like, I don't even know it.
Yeah, it came out during the pandemic. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Horrible. Danny, what's your thoughts?
I saw one episode. I saw one episode of each of those damn like Raccoon City, and I was like, nope. Click. Turn it off immediately. I was just done, because for someone I haven't played any of the newer ones. I got up to 5, so I played all of them up to 5.
Yep, same here.
And the thing is that even if it's a different take, no one cares.
Yep.
Right? It's kind of like how Noah's saying, like no one cares if the main characters we know from the games are in the background or the main character you're following is in there. It's the same thing that nobody cared for Cole in Mortal Kombat. Nobody. Everyone's just like, who the fuck is this guy? We don't care. Give us those guys, right? And so that right there, because I saw a video of the director talking about it, and he's a big fan of the Resident Evil things, but he's doing the spin-off story, and like he had a plant in the trailer. There's a plant in there, so he said, because of the game, I put the plant in there, and you're always looking for health packs, so that's why I have him going through the drawers looking for stuff and blah blah blah. I'm like, I get it, that's a cool concept, but if you took off the title card of Resident Evil off of this trailer, you would never know it's a Resident Evil movie.
No.
Ever.
No.
You'd be like, oh, cool, it's another zombie flick.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And it doesn't even come off like a zombie flick either in the trailer.
No, it doesn't. It is more like a paranormal, if anything.
Yeah.
And then, as Marcus said, you see the fat mutant zombie in the sewer. That reminds me more of Left 4 Dead than Resident Evil.
Yeah, good point.
Because you had the big fat ones that used to throw up on you that the
Mhm.
zombies
The
would be
spitters.
attracted to the smell.
Boomers, the boomers.
Yeah, the boomers. Yeah. So for me, I'm tired. I'm tired of how they're like, we don't know what fans want. It's like, yes, you do.
No,
Sonic
you're fucking
did
listening.
it. Sonic
Yeah.
nailed it, dude. Sonic nailed it. Even with the new Mario movie, a lot of people are like, oh, there's a lot of nostalgia, But even you started hearing, oh, it's becoming more Peach's story and her family and yada yada. It's not it's deviating from Mario and Luigi, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, it's like his side quests and stuff like that in the game, but it's not really his story. Like now it's more Peach's story, right?
Mhm.
And so it's kind of like, how about we just stick to like how Sonic did? Sonic put all for the first
I say
one.
we do with Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I mean, we almost had Luigi's Haunted Mansion in the first one, right?
Mhm.
And so it's just Sonic did it well. You got the first Sonic, then the second one they did even more Easter eggs to the games. They
Mhm.
even did the Easter egg to Ben Schwartz on Parks and Rec when he was like, "That guy's the
Nice.
worst," right? Like it was great. And then the third one. You had even more into it, right? Like the best game that people say is Sonic Adventure, right? Sonic Adventure 2 with Shadow and Sonic. They did the whole pose, the whole everything. That when he was on the helicopter, it's the same in Sonic Adventure, the same line verbatim of what they said in the game, right?
Mhm.
Which is really freaking cool. So obviously those films are a success. Obviously it's what the fans want. So I'm tired of hearing from people that just don't do it right and want to blame the fans. Oh, well, we don't know what they want and they're just crybabies. No, you're taking something that people love and you're botching it, and now you want to blame the fans.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
what are we
you're catering
doing,
to-
man?
You're catering to average viewer, and there's no reason to do that. The
Yeah.
reason that these
Absolutely.
medias are popular are because of the people that enjoy them. So
Mhm.
make it for those people, because you're still going to make a shit. Like, let's not forget that anime is surpassing Western comics
Comic
right
books.
now in sales. So if
Yeah.
you bring that to, and you bring like those movies in their special events to theaters, they're selling out tickets. So like, I don't know.
Dude, Demon Slayer was sold out, bro.
Yeah, it's like people.
I
know what
couldn't even
fans
get a
want.
ticket.
Let me tell you.
I couldn't even get a ticket. It was sold out, bro. My buddy got a ticket, and unfortunately I was working because he's like, "Yo, you want to see it with me?" I was like, "No," but they were sold out, man. And that is crazy to me that anime is beating not only comic books, but anime is also beating Disney Pixar animated movies, bro.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
what do we do?
Oh, of course, I
what are
could
we
see
doing?
that.
Well, Disney,
Yeah, and
Disney's
so
fumbling right now.
oh
Mhm.
yeah, man. And the deal is though, for
It's too much
Resident
for
Evil,
profit.
the lore. Yep, but again, you're all about profit, but you're not making the profit. Huh?
They're
Go
fumbling,
figure,
they're
right?
fumbling in their
They
areas.
need to take a page. They need to take a page. If you want to adapt something from source material and still put your flair on it, but still stay true to the source, they need to do what Invincible is doing. Invincible
Yes.
is adapting the comic spot on with very
Oh,
few
here we go. We're
changes.
gonna go right into spoilers. I know.
No,
it.
no,
I
no
know
spoilers.
it.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
gonna bring us
No,
right
whoa,
into
hold on,
spoilers
stop.
again.
No spoilers, but with very few changes, but it's still sticking to the source material.
Yep.
That's all they have
Marcus,
to do.
They're
That
just
is
adapting
all
I've
they have
mentioned
to
this
do.
before.
Raccoon City
I mentioned
did
this
it.
before.
Hold on, before you finish your thought there. Raccoon City did it where Raccoon City
Butchered it.
fucked up at. Where Raccoon City fucked up at was they tried to combine the first two games where they should have did it separate. They should have just focused
first
on
two
the first
games,
game for the movie.
They included 0 and
first
3
two
in that.
seconds. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
They put 4 games in that.
Well, no,
fucking
Nemesis wasn't in that, or nothing from Nemesis was in that movie. So yeah,
movie. I know that, but that's the problem. Is that
yeah, you're right. 0, part 1 and part 2. They should have just stuck.
0 was just reference too. That's the thing. The train was shown That was it. And like I hated.
But
I'm sorry, I
Zero.
hated that.
No, I'm
But
talking about
Zero
Raccoon
is.
City though. I'm
I
talking about
know.
Raccoon
Yeah,
City,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Mila Jovovich movie.
Yeah, but here's the deal: Resident Evil Zero finally gave us the why, and that
Yep.
was beautiful. And it came out after a few games already, so you're
Oh,
already
yeah.
following this
Yep.
lore. And then Zero comes out, which is, by the way, that is hands down my favorite Resident Evil game. It is hands down my favorite Resident Evil game out of all of them. And you go back, and it finally gives you the why. It shows you the experiments. It shows you all of this stuff. It shows you Umbrella before it was Umbrella. The whole, you know what I mean? Like, you get everything in there, and then you get the original, which is Rebecca and I forgot the other dude's name. Oh my god!
I also forget his name.
Dang it!
I didn't play as him.
Yeah, but anyway, But remember, why did Stars go to the mansion in the first one? To look for those two. Remember?
And then Wesker was on his own mission too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but they were going and looking for them, and that's what linked into Zero, and into part one. It's beautiful. Like, oh, when I saw the mansion at the end of Zero, I was like, oh my god, how beautiful was that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what they need to do is this: if you're gonna make movies, it's really the problem with movies with such lore dense things, right? Is that the movies are only hour and a half, 2 hours, right? It takes like special movies to be like 3.5 hours, even more, because then you're pushing it, right? To grab people's attention. But when you have something so dense like that in lore, a
Each game
TV
is at
show is
least
better.
30 hours.
Yeah. A TV show is better. A TV show is way better. And what you can do is you can start already filming all of them, right? Simultaneously and intertwining all of them. So then you have your seasons of, all right, Resident Evil 0, boom, 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 boom. Then you have Resident Evil, boom, 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 Resident Evil 2, boom, 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 right? And it all intertwines before people get too fucking old, right?
Yep.
It's just you can do that, man. And it's just they just need to stop. They just need to stop adding whatever they want. And I'm tired of hearing interviews for any fan stuff. Is that, oh, the writers never played the games. Oh, the writers never
Yeah.
watched the movies.
God,
They
yeah.
That's
never
the
read
worst.
the books.
Yeah.
It just blows my
That's where
fucking
you
mind on this stuff.
automatically lose me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
And
do
then-
your
And to
research,
Marcus,
do
your point.
homework.
Yeah, and to your point, Marcus, this is why anime is blowing up. Okay, so anime is blowing up because manga is a comic book. Japanese manga is a comic book, right? They never deviate from, unless, okay, I shouldn't say never. Never is a strong word. They only deviate from the comic is when the studios get ahead of them of the comic book releases, and which we've seen time and time again. And that's when the anime usually drops, or in rare instances like Full Metal Alchemist, that it does very, very well. Then the comic book comes out and they go, oh shit, wait, that's totally different than what we did. And then they do a remake, by the way, which is even more popular than the awesome one that destroyed everything. So it's two parallel universes, which is great. Awesome, right? But what they usually do, the reason why they usually don't deviate from the comic, and they add stuff when they bring it to life. My perfect example, even though, you know, some people hit and miss about the show, is that in Naruto, in the manga, when Pain stabs Hinata, he automatically bursts into the six tails. He goes into six tails of the 9, right? So he has the skeleton over him and stuff like that in the comic book. In the anime, when he stabs Hinata, he goes to 4 tails first, and there's a whole new fight scene that's incredible. And while the fight scene is happening, each tail starts slowly leaking out as this fight scene is happening. And then it gets back to the panel of what we see in the actual comic book. So if you can add your stuff in there, like Invincible, you can add your stuff in there to make it better. Just don't deviate from the source material.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking. That's all of us, what we're fans asking. Don't deviate from the source material.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get off my horse.
So watching the trailer, I agree with Melissa. Loved Welcome to Raccoon City. I got the poster up on the wall in the living room. So many things. I was just, Melissa, were probably the same things. Like, oh my God, the zombie on the floor turns around just like the video game. It's like, oh, there's so many things. That was just perfect. And I'll still watch it. I still enjoy it. It has its flaws with its characters and how they handled some of the characters, but it's probably it's probably the best one of all of the Resident Evil movies out there. Because like I did like the original one for some time with Mila in it, but then as it became the Matrix and all this other nonsense, it's like, what? Like I wasn't.
The only thing I like about the original one was Marilyn Manson's score for the movie. That was it.
Dude, the one scene. Listen, and you know me, I can watch a movie if I enjoy it. I don't have to watch it once and I remember it, dude. I don't even remember that fucking movie. Like any of the Resident Evil ones.
Yeah, I remember.
The only scene that I remember that I thought was hella dope was when they were trying to dodge the lasers and that laser turned into a net and took them. I was like, damn.
Cut them into pieces,
yeah.
And Marilyn Manson's music playing over it. That's it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I remember, man.
The TV show.
I remember. I think it's from the second one, the Mike Epstein, and they're underneath, and he's like stealing the car or something, and he's like, I don't even know why I'm here. Is that the third one?
Yeah, that's the third one. Yeah.
Like the way her outfit was, and I forget, was it Jill? No. The dark
Mila's
hair.
Right?
She's in this. She's in this. No. She's in the second
Jill.
game.
She was supposed to be Jill.
Yeah, Jill.
Okay.
Was in the second one.
Yeah, it's like I liked that because it was just like, remember the 2-disc game where you played as, I think it was Leon or Chris Renfield, and then you played as her, and then you had your extra person, which was Tofu, if you like beat everything. Like that was probably the only thing that was like, to me, besides Nemesis, they actually like brought that creature back, but like that outfit, I was like expecting that for a lot of those movies, but they weren't. But at least like they lasted a while, I think, because Mila was like ended up being the producer of them, and like she like kept bringing them out.
Yeah. Now every single movie that he makes now with her in it is the same exact movie. Like I've seen a couple of more movies. It's like, you just remade Resident Evil into something completely new where she's the badass again. She has all these superpowers. Like, stop making these movies, please.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I watched the trailer. I finally watched the trailer before coming on here. And I was like, if you, like Daniel, like you said, if you don't have Resident Evil on there, I don't think you even know it's a zombie movie, right? Because there's nothing that tips me off on it being a zombie movie. The sewer scene throws me completely off too, but it looks interesting. But then we're all going to do the same thing. We're all going to go in there. It's like, oh, well, I'm kind of expecting a Resident Evil movie, so what am I actually going to see? You really have to separate yourself from this.
Yeah, it's so hard not to want Easter eggs, like from
there
a
is
series
an Easter
like
egg
that.
in the teaser where he's running with the medical pack at the end.
Yep.
That's about it. But
you know what? Somebody online said it perfectly. They were like, this movie is, you know how in the Resident Evil games, especially like part 2, you find the letters from NPCs. They were like, this movie is from the perspective of one of those NPCs that you find.
But nobody cares.
I
know. No one cares, bro.
All right, let's look at some of our comments. So we got CG saying the director said that this takes place between Resident Evil 1 and 2, and it's from a person's that's not a soldier, and if we were put into that situation,
again, no one cares.
No one cares, man, because the characters are so
look.
You got
realistically, that's
what we do.
That's kind of what fucking what the
Walking Dead is. Well, Walking Dead did this, and it failed.
Yeah.
Like the evidence.
Like, are they going to end up meeting the star characters? Because you know what's been out of the person with the Resident Evil. They ain't living. I don't care what you say.
But you know what though? This is exactly what I was saying about Clayface. Like, you cannot have Clayface without Batman. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna look like a cool horror film. No, it's gonna look like a cool horror film. But no one gives a damn. Like, really, no one gives a damn. The only reason why Penguin was a success because Penguin was already in the Batman. And then it was a spin-off for the Penguin. And it was a great gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why this is going to work, because of the fact that the reason why I'm in a different opinion of you on Clayface, this Clayface is a prequel to Creature Commandos. So it's that we're already introduced to Matt Hagen in Creature Commandos. So this is like leading up to how he ends up, you know.
I hear you, Marcus, but no one watched Creature Commandos. You know what I mean? We did, because we loved it, right? But no one watched Creature Commandos.
I never saw it.
I did not.
You know what I mean? And so
I didn't know it existed.
Because Creature Commandos, literally Creature Commandos is another Suicide Squad. That's all it really is, if you really think about it. They all had the chips in their necks. You know what I
It
mean?
was
And
good,
all
though.
the same shit, different day, bro. You know what I mean? So like,
And
no
I'm not
one
even a
really
James Gunn
cares.
fan, but
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's the same thing. No one cares about these side stories, side characters when you don't have the main thing going.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's my point here. So, like, The Walking Dead the formula is there. The Walking Dead did the spin-offs. It's like, oh, well, let's see it from these characters' perspective that are not even tied to the show. And everybody's like, nope, it's horrible. Like, yeah, everything has failed outside of the main Walking Dead shows, right?
The main Walking Dead show started failing once they deviated hard from the
Oh
comics.
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched Walking Dead. I'm gonna tell you, I did watch a little bit of it, but I remember this clear as day because I did not give it a chance. Because I told you my horror more psychological stuff like that, but I do like zombie stuff. So I remember the first time watching the first episode and Rick went under the tank and no zombies crawled after him. I was like, done. And so the person I was dating at the time, she was just like, why? And I go, you have a zombie show that these zombies are going after you. It's a horde of zombies. They ate the horse, but you're telling me not one crawled under.
That was written from the page, so that was written from the page. That was ripped straight from the comic, though.
Listen, but still, I was just like, done, right? Absolutely done. I was like, how are you gonna have a zombie show that no zombies went under the tank? Absolutely not.
I'll put it like this. I would be angry if I didn't read the comic, though. I knew that was going to happen because I read the comic, so I was like, okay.
I know, but here's the deal. Then I was like, okay, cool. I started watching. I was like, and then I heard about the comics. I was like, all right, cool. So I started reading them on YouTube, right? Watching the videos on them. And dude, I was like, oh hell yeah, dude, this is awesome. Yeah. I was like, I can't wait for this fucking episode to come out. Then when the episode comes out that's supposed to be, it was completely different.
Completely different.
And I was like, what? What is happening? And, oh my gosh, it was just terrible, dude. It was terrible. Oh
yeah, they start deviating like after season 3.
Yeah, Gimple went crazy. Scott Gimple killed that show.
Okay, I'll even give you this. I wouldn't even give you season 2. The Last of Us season 1. Okay, I tried to give it a chance. I love those games. Okay, and you're telling me you have a zombie show with barely any zombies?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? Oh yeah, but it's for their perspective, the humans. No one cares. I care about the main characters, all the zombies that are coming in. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The Last of Us for the first game should have been multiple seasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the storytelling is told throughout the horror.
Yeah, it should have been at least 2 seasons.
It's like there's a whole story arc where Joel almost fucking dies trying to save this. It's trying to save Ellie, and then she's surviving, and then she almost gets abducted by these fucking creeps. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, there's storytelling throughout the game, but it's throughout the horror of the world.
Yep.
Or remember when you had to go through the school? We had to go through the school, the mission that you had to get the part, and it was filled with zombies and whatnot. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you literally had to be covert and all this other jazz, or you were getting eaten. Come on, bro. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
There's one side story that all of us Walking Dead fans wanted, and that was the story of Clementine and Lee from the Telltale video game. Because that was a beautiful story, and that would have worked perfectly.
So we can cry in live action.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I've never talked to so many people that cried at the end of that first video game. So many people cried at that end of that game. All right, so King Matthew says that he hasn't seen Weapons, but he's iffy on Zach Cregger's Resident Evil. He's hoping that it'll do good. So,
Weapons would have been better in order.
Let's stay on this comment, right? Are you guys hoping that it does good, or you're hoping that it fails? I'm hoping.
No, I hope it fails.
Yeah,
I hope it fails.
I mean, I hope that. The reason why that I hope it succeeds because there are some other video games that I'm hoping are to get adapted into live action, and one in particular is they're making Max Payne into
an adaptation that's not true to the story and get away.
Well,
with
no.
Dude, the Max Payne movie, Max Payne movie was trash.
Oh yeah, I'm saying it's trash.
Was trash.
I'm saying it's trash, but I'm saying I'm hoping it succeeds so that the fact that like, hey, if they do, even though it's a new story, if they do justice to the franchise with the Easter eggs and the story is good and stuff, then maybe we'll get some better adaptations from it.
I don't think so. I think if it
I
does
will-
good, they're going to keep outside of adapting the game.
I think
Yeah, and so
think that
and not only
people
that,
coming out.
then they're gonna keep getting people, right, that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yep.
Like honestly, like you're gonna continue that down that rabbit hole of oh yeah, anyone could do it. You see, this guy did it.
Yep.
Or they
And
watch
that's-
shitty zombie movies and they base it off of that. So like,
I don't want to say that I don't want this guy to be successful in making his movies, but like if you're gonna make a movie off of source material, then actually follow the source material. Otherwise, just stick to your own shit. Because this is what it looks like. Weapons didn't do strikingly well because people were disappointed with the ending. Other people just didn't like it overall. So now he's got to find a crutch in Resident Evil because it's already getting hyped because Resi 9 just came out. So now you have that, which is backing this movie. And I don't appreciate the piggybacking off of a beloved franchise just so you can make some money, because that's what this is. This is just a way for you to get some money off of people who are fans of the Resident Evil franchise and are willing to give it a chance in hopes that they actually do something that gives it justice. Other than that, I'm not going to see this movie. If it comes to streaming, maybe I'll watch it, but I don't know. I don't want this movie to give other filmmakers the opportunity to then take more IPs that we all care about and then butcher them.
Yeah, that's what.
And so I'm gonna piggyback off you, Noah. It's already happening, and the only way to stop it, right, is by them keeping fumbling, and it shows in the numbers.
Yep.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Well, people who actually are fans of these franchises have to be vocal about that too, instead of just letting them get away with it. It's like, it's just a movie. You don't have to be so down in the dumps. But I was like, no, because we want it to. Because listen, we sound like negative Nancy's, but it's because we want them to actually put out content that's good for the media literacy is in crisis right now, and it's only going to get worse if we keep allowing this to happen. Netflix is making their movies basically dumbed down to where you just hear the plot every 5 minutes. I don't want that. I don't.
Let me ask you this then.
What up?
With Resident Evil coming out, even though this isn't horror, but they have released the footage. I think they released a teaser or they just released images. The Zelda movie that's coming. How do you think that's going to turn?
I have no high hopes.
Okay.
I don't have high hopes.
I was never
is it live
Zelda
action?
Fan. Yeah, it's live action.
Yes,
I was never a big Zelda fan.
That's a good question.
Outside of the original NES games, like I played the original Zelda games, but when it came to like Super Nintendo and stuff, I fell off of Zelda. So I don't know what direction they're going with the movie, but yeah, there is a lot.
I will tell you right now, Marcus, if you want to know any video game that I'm a super nerd about, talking about like watching videos on lore, I am a huge Zelda fan. Watching videos on lore, like the theories and all this stuff, basically like what we do for horror, I watched that for Zelda. Okay. And I have no high hopes, bro. I do not have high hopes for it. The reason why is because of everything that's going on. And they've been teasing this for a long time. They said Nintendo's supposed to be like how do you say it? The consulting and stuff like that. I'm hoping, my bro, but honestly, like I don't want to get my expectations too high. I really don't, because that if you want to talk about insane, intense lore that breaks into timelines because of certain events that happen and do not happen and vice versa, like Zelda's like that. And it's all due to Ocarina of Time when he pulls that sword. Once he pulls that Master Sword, the timeline literally branches into different timelines. And it's just like, okay, he pulls the sword, he beats Ganon, this is the timeline. Okay, he pulls the sword, he doesn't beat Ganon, this is the timeline. Okay, he pulls the sword, beats Ganon, goes back into the past, this is this timeline, right? Like, it's all different timelines in Zelda, and that lore is just so intricate, man. And I'm just like, oh boy, I'm like, for fuck's sake, can we please?
It's stills that got released or footage that got released?
I saw some stills. I don't know if footage has been released.
Yeah, I don't think there's been footage. There is stills.
I think I've seen the stills, and the costumes look great. I mean, the outfits look great.
Yeah.
This is not a question for me. I'm not big into The Legend of Zelda, unfortunately. I the only thing I can think of like that would save it is like again what Danny said about Nintendo consulting. I don't think Nintendo would allow for other creators to take massive leeways with their stories, but I don't know because I mean, granted, like this is the same company that will brick your console if you use a third party charger. So,
Yep.
like, who's to say that Nintendo's going to be okay with them to just take our property and go fuck off? Basically, like, I can see it for Resident Evil. I can see it for Silent Hill. I don't know if I can see it for a Nintendo property, really, just personally.
All right, let's get back to Resident Evil. So, CG makes a good point here. I never want a movie to fail. People actually try so hard to make a movie and have it be successful. I don't think anybody creative makes something to fail. If Resident Evil fails, then other IPs can't be made. Well, I think there are some directors that make movies to fail. We won't go into that rabbit hole.
Yeah, well, CG, I want to hop onto that. It's not that we want them to fail personally. We have nothing against the guy or anything else. It's just that we know the consequences and we've seen the patterns of people ruining IPs, but because it's a big IP, it gives leeway to multiple sequels, and it also gives leeway to other people doing bad stuff with other bad IPs.
Yeah,
and that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why we don't want it to continue. But for him to fail, no one wants that. We don't want that. Being creatives ourselves, right? We don't want that for anybody to experience, obviously, right? Like on a personal and emotional level, none of us want that. But what we do want is actually for the studios to keep backing the, bastardization, if you will, for lack of a better word, of these IPs.
This is why we thank people like Henry Cavill.
Well, so
yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and
yeah, season 4. Season 4. As soon as he dipped from season 3, and they used Liam Hemsworth, that show was a wrap because already Henry Cavill. Yeah, Henry Cavill was on the show. He said we need to stick to the lore. I love the games. I love the books. They didn't listen to him. The first season was really good, but then you started seeing the slow decline in season 2, season 3, and he was like, "All right, I can't do this anymore. I'm out."
Yeah,
season 4 just tanked.
Yeah, so like to piggyback off of this too, like if it's really successful, what's going to happen is they're going to go and pull all the IPs. Like, oh, we figured out what the problem's been with all these video game movies that fail, so we're trying to adapt the story. Now we're just going to take the name and do whatever the hell we want with it.
Yeah.
I'm of the favorites, like, don't take the IP name, just put a different title on the damn movie.
Yeah. You could do RE. No one would even know it's Resident Evil. They could just say simple words like
call it the original title, the Japanese title.
Biohazard.
Yeah.
So that's
So forgive us for our wording, CG. Yeah, we don't want him to fail personally.
Like you even got the font too. I can't.
Yeah. It's just the IPs, man. We hold these things dear to our heart, and we just don't want this continuing botching of the IPs.
Dude, like, I still watch the cutscenes as hour and a half, 2-hour movies myself on YouTube just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what's really good out there? It's really good in the Resident Evil world. The animated films.
Oh yeah.
The animated films are fantastic.
Hey man, you know who else has great animated films? DC.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no one can touch it. Marvel can't touch it, even though, like I said, I love Wolverine versus Hulk. Thor versus Hulk was good. But, dude, it does not hold a candle to any DC animated movie. All the DC animated movies, man, those are
that's really
awesome.
all they have that I can think of. Like, you got Doctor Strange, you got Iron Man, but I don't remember those at all.
You know what?
What are is there? That's all.
I can't think of any Marvel animated films either. You're right about the Resident Evil animated films. Now that is a way of taking an IP, taking characters from the games, and still doing original stuff. Because a lot of those animated films are original stories.
Yep.
But they're using, characters, but they're still fresh, new, original stories. That's how you do it, man. I don't see why they can't do that in live action.
I mean,
hey, did you boys ever see the X-Men and the Avengers Japanese anime movie?
No.
Yo,
I've heard of it.
I did. Yeah.
You gotta watch it. Talk about something dope. Man, the Avengers and the X-Men Japanese movie was hella dope. You know,
All right.
it's so funny. You have Captain America,
I-
shield thrower.
So this is a good point
So
to call out. On May 22nd at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, the second live show on Nerdbox will be debuting. It is Geekly. Daniel will be running that show. It will be based off of The Boys season finale, which happens the Wednesday before it. So all of your non-horror conversations and stuff like that will happen on Friday. So there'll be 2 live shows a week.
R.I.P. to the actor dog that played Terror.
Oh, Bentley.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, Mr. Bentley.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I love that.
Yeah, I know we
All
went
right.
off on a tangent, but that was because of the video game stuff. But yeah. Thank you for bringing it back, Dave.
No problems. All right, so
I gotta
down
rush home from Mando and Grogu's to make the show.
You're gonna actually watch it, dude?
Yeah,
I didn't watch last season. I'm not going to see that movie.
After season 3, I don't know, man.
I'm a Star Wars fan,
torn.
man. Look at my. Oh, you can't see my tattoo.
Brother, you and I had
Grogu on my
listen,
Look,
I know,
the
but
movie's
you and
so
I had
bad
this
that your
discussion.
fucking arm doesn't even want to be acknowledged. That's how bad it is. It's like, nope.
As a fellow Star Wars fan, even I recognize I won't watch 7, 8, 9 again.
Yeah, I
Yep,
would never watch
same.
those again. Yeah, I would never watch those.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll keep it for Geekly, but yeah, man, I'm with you. You know, as another huge Star Wars fan, but nah, man, I don't know. But let's keep it going, keep it moving.
All right, we're in our final topics, and one thing that I was kind of surprised about, I don't know what the hell is going to happen with it. Noah and I met the cast from Blair Witch last year. We talked to them about their projects. They didn't talk to us about this project, so there is a new Blair Witch movie that's coming out, and it is with the original star Michael and Josh, the 2 stars from it, and they're going to be executive producing on it and consulting on it. And this is a story that is going to continue where the franchise left off. So I'm thinking that we're going to get rid of all of the movies, and we're going to have a direct sequel to the first film.
So Michael and Josh are the only
What?
2
But they
guys in the
huh? Whoa.
I think
I want to know how. I want to know how.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
because
are they going into the lore, the theory?
Yes.
Well, here's the deal, though.
Okay.
They erased everything already with the new direct sequel to the Blair Witch.
The 3rd movie.
It's a new timeline again.
New timeline. We how many horror movie franchises have we seen multiple timelines?
Shall
in?
I mention Halloween again?
Yeah.
Listen, I mentioned Link
Book of
pulling the
Shadows.
Master Sword, and now we're talking about timelines. This is ridiculous. Like,
I don't care
come
what
on,
nobody
dude.
say. I love Book of Shadows, the 2nd movie.
Oh,
It's a
God,
it's a
that
guilty
movie.
pleasure,
The second
man.
one.
Shame on
See, that's the thing,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second
That's
one.
The Witch.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch the first one.
You
I
didn't
watched
watch the
it.
first one?
No, I've seen it, but like the snot coming out of her face, I was so bored by like the end of the movie. I had to turn it off. I was like, I can't watch this. I'm like, why are people like loving this to death? I was like, I can't do it. And like they're even from my area, so I was just like,
Yeah.
oh man, what's happening?
Book of Shadows. What was so bad about Book of Shadows? You had.
I didn't see Book of Shadows. I did.
You got my boy from Burn Notice in it. You know, he was great in it.
It was trash, dude.
Yeah. The
Book of
element of
Shadows.
surprise won't be there. That is exactly true. So let's walk a little bit down. Oh well, Marcus, you have Melissa who likes.
There you go, Melissa. Melissa's on with you.
I guess when
Thank
this
you,
movie
Melissa.
comes out, we'll have to rank them. We'll have to rank the franchise.
Oh no, don't. We're
Yeah, I
gonna be
think so.
drinking all night. Please no.
So let's talk about the Blair Witch, right? So the Blair Witch project was unique because it was ahead of its time in its marketing materials, right? So it did something that nobody ever did, and they made everybody believe that it was true because they launched a campaign before it with the documentary. It's like, oh, these people really were missing and stuff like that, and MTV jumped on the bandwagon. It's like, oh my God, right? I saw this movie. This is the first movie I ever saw twice in the theaters, and I hadn't seen another movie twice in the theaters for like 30 years afterwards, or 25 years afterwards. But the first time I left that theater, I think it was opening weekend, and everybody came out silent and scared out of their minds because we live in the Poconos in the country, right? People are talking amongst themselves, like really freaked out. And it was so good. I went back to see it the second night afterwards, and I stayed for the credits for that time. I was like, oh shit, it's fake because they listed it on the credits. I was like, oh my God, they got us. But I've watched that several times. I still like that first one. In fact, there's an awesome box set that's out there for that first movie that I want to get and put it into the collection.
There was this. You keep talking. There was this other movie that did it better than me. It was pretty
Well,
much the
we'll
same
get to
story.
that. We'll get to that. We'll talk about other found footage movies in a minute.
Yeah. But the fact that they never revealed the witch or anything else, or you know what I mean, that was just wild because the camera falls and all that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like it was wild. Especially like Dave said, all the promotion was this is true, this is real, this is what happened, and you're like, holy fuck! You're like, I ain't going in the woods at all. Yeah, you know what I mean. You're like, I don't want to do it, man. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely ahead of its time, and like you said, Dave, and what Marcus was mentioning too, it spurred a whole new genre, new genre.
$248 million in 1999 for a horror movie on a $35,000 budget.
Wait, what was it? You said 240 what?
$248 million. All
right, I'm gonna put what is that today?
Also, I also really like the first movie. I haven't seen is Book of so there's the first one, there's Book of Shadows, which is the second one. And then there's the reboot, which is then the sequel to the first one again.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's 3. Okay. So the only one I haven't seen is Book of Shadows.
Oh my god.
I really like the original one. I've seen that one several times. I really like the acting between all of them because I've seen these situations kind of play out in real life. Both in clips on YouTube and also going out into the woods myself in trails and whatnot. Like people do kind of get territorial of situations even when they're wrong. So I thought that it was playing out very accurately throughout the entirety of the movie. And with everything with like when you're watching the whole movie, you can really take it either way. Like there could actually be a witch, and if you're going into the lore, it could be some type of shapeshifter, Wendigo, and like what have you. I'm reading into it a little bit, or it could be Michael and Josh, as this new movie would suggest. So it seems like to me, with the reboot that they made in the like 2020, like what was it, like 2016 or something like that, or whatever. With that one, they made that one where it actually says the Blair Witch is real, and then this is the alternate timeline where Michael and Josh are actually the ones behind it.
And they tried to get everybody again because they released that the reboot under a different title. It was called The Forest, and that was all the promotional materials. And then a week before, it's like, nope, it's the Blair Witch, and everyone's like, oh shit, it's the Blair Witch.
I think I remember.
So you ready for this? You ready for this, guys?
Yeah.
248. You said million?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. So that's that many zeros, and
that many zeros.
All right, you guys are not ready for this shit.
Is it over?
So $248 million in 1999 is worth $491,553,565.43 today. So almost 500 mil is what Blair Witch would be worth today. That is crazy.
That's
the same spending power.
Yeah.
Nuts.
So it is crazy, but so like I had done a video about Scream being the best of the worst horror franchises and it being the only slasher franchise to cross $1 billion. When you look at Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. Then I was looking at the comments like you would say, Dan. It's like, oh, well, if we convert the money and stuff like that, then technically it's made all of this money. But so the reasoning that they don't use the conversion numbers is because of, hey, what was going on at that time? Was horror big at that time? Was it not big at that time? How was promotional materials? What was it up against? So they factor in all these different things, and it's like, oh, so that's why you can't convert it. It's like Gone with the Wind. Like Gone with the Wind was huge, and if you convert those numbers to now, you'd be like, "Oh my god, it's still #1 of all time." But there was like 3 TV stations back then, and it was like maybe movies a month.
True, but I'm not using that as like how you're saying the success. I'm using it as a gauge of how much we would make today, right? If that movie came out today and we made that same amount, right? The equivalent amount of spending power is what I'm just getting at. Is that number today would be about $500 million spending power.
I'm telling you right now, I think if Blair Witch came out today with similar marketing, it would be that number. Because I think it would use YouTube successfully. to pitch it through the YouTube channels before it even came there. Like if they had that idea back then, say, hey, look, we're going to do all this fake stuff to build up to it, they would have really just banged through with all the reels and the shorts and stuff like that and made that movie happen in YouTube and then brought the real story to life. You wouldn't know what's real or fake, and I think it would have done even better today.
The reason why I think it wouldn't work today is because of the fact that the only way that it would work is if no other movie did found footage. All those movies that came out after Blair Witch found footage, if no other movie had done it, because it's played out by now, not too many people, not too many found footage films are successful now, it wouldn't play because people have that fatigue of those films.
So that's the thing, right? So that's our alternate timeline in our conversation, right? If Blair Witch didn't come out then, we probably wouldn't have the found footage genre. So if it came out now with all of the stuff that has out there, it would have blown it out of the water.
Now, that I would agree with. Yeah, it would. You know, if it was starting that trend now, it would. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So before we get into our topic of the show, CG is like Blair Witch is like.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say Blair Witch is like the McRib. Looks good, amazing concept. Then you see it and you have it. And you're like,
I was gonna say best thing to come from Blair Witch was the late night Cinemax soft porn parody. The Blair Witch.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! What are we doing? What are we doing?
No, we are not going back to the 2 girls in 1 cup night.
Oh my god!
Please, God, what are we doing, dude? And we were all sober that episode. That's even worse.
I know. That was a weird night.
Yeah. All right, so let's close out with our topic here. So, like, what's each of your favorite found footage film, and do you think that the genre is dead completely? So we'll save you for last, Mark, because you already started us down the path. We'll let you close it out.
Yeah.
Danny, how about you? What do you think? What's your favorite found footage film, and does it still work today?
I would have to say my favorite found footage obviously is Blair Witch. That's where it started, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole nostalgia. I would probably say Paranormal Activity 1 was really good, right? That people started like freaking out and whatnot. But other than that, man, it was so oversaturated after Blair Witch. Like everyone and their mom was making a found footage movie. That I just think it just played out way too fast and way too much that we were just like, ugh, all right, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Right? It just felt like that was a big portion of the time of just this whole subgenre. And so for me, I don't think it works like Marcus is saying now. Like there's so much fatigue on it. I don't think it works nowadays unless you switch it up somehow, right? Unless you make it like found footage from a cell phone or something. You know what I mean? Like something that actually seems super real that could really happen and freak the fuck out of people. Right? I don't think a paranormal found footage would work. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That works. All right. Melissa, how about you?
Mine was Cloverfield.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, I don't really consider that a horror, though. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like that's like
found footage. Just found footage in general, right?
Just found footage.
Yeah.
I don't know. That movie was quite horrific.
Entertaining for sure. It's like kaiju for real in real life.
Yeah. Melissa, you think found footage still work today?
It depends on how they do it. They'd have to go into a really gonzo campaign. So to the point where like you don't know what's real, what's not. Almost like AI, right? So if they had a different media outlets that are like blasting that this stuff is like someone went missing, and then you find out like later on, like, oh, we found her footage, or like something that's gonna like trigger someone, like it could come back as something as real, but it might be hard. But the way AI is taking off, you never know, because they could make a mock. You can just like almost like Amazon, all right? So you don't know who real shoppers are on Amazon versus like the fake. Like if they take over media platforms, make fake accounts, like do a whole, I mean, you'd have to do a lot of marketing strategically that would like make this real and then come out with it. It could take a lot of planning, but it could also be done really cheap too, depending on like how they want to go about it. Because if you get enough big name influencers that start gossiping about this, and all of a sudden people are like, well, what's this, and it starts picking up the algorithm is going to start showing you fake shit whether you wanted to or not.
Yep.
So you know, it could happen. It's just a matter of how it's going to happen and what's the topic.
Yep. All right. Noah, how about you?
Well, so my favorite probably end up being Blair Witch. I mean, I would have to like to give an actual answer. I'd have to go and really watch some of the other ones because Quarantine's really good too. Also, Host, that independent one that came out during COVID, that was a really good independent horror film. I really like that.
I forgot about that one, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. I would agree that you would probably you would have to revamp it in some way. Like you can definitely do found footage films now. You would just have to find a way to revitalize it and make it feel fresh. But I think that's honestly, that kind of feels like just what horror and movies as a whole need. Like they need some revitalization. They need some fresh air instead of just all the same droves of shit we're getting. Typically, it just doesn't. Nothing feels new or fresh anymore. I will say, Terrifier started a new wave of horror. I feel, but I feel like we didn't really get much out. Like we got Stream, but other than that, we didn't really get much. Oh, and Faces After Dark, but we really didn't get much off of that new wave. Like we're getting Terrifier 4, and maybe that'll spark some new stuff. But I think found footage, yes, definitely, but really as a whole, we need some fresh air in genres of movie.
All right. We're gonna get to Marcus. I'll go first, and then we'll go to some comments. So just drop in there what some of your favorite found footage ones are. For me, no, you were close. My favorite found footage film is Wreck. I love Wreck. It's intense. It's the original version of Quarantine. Like you watch that movie, and it's just like I feel like I am in that sequence. You know, everything that's going on is so good.
I still say that movie had one of the most, for me personally, because you know it takes a lot to scare me.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say it's scary, but it damn sure made me jump, and I was like, it took me 10 minutes to recover. And Wreck, when the one EMT falls.
Yep.
Like they're talking and the body just falls and bounces off the ground. I was like, what the hell just happened? To this day, it still messes me up.
Yeah. That sequel is good too. Like Wreck is up there. Like there's Wreck, there's Blair Witch, there's the movie called The Bay, which is a little hidden gem film. That's a very good one as well. And then Creep. I love Creep. Creep is fantastic too, because that one's just absolutely disturbing the way that's shot. Can it work? Can found footage work today? Sure can. And us guys talked about the ideas and how to kind of utilize that to our advantage. So I'm not going to say how it can work because that's what we would like to do.
Like I have some ideas of how it can be revitalized, but I'll keep those to myself.
Yeah, we'll keep those ideas to ourselves. Marcus, how about you? What's your favorite found footage?
So CG actually said it in the comments. It's not horror, but Chronicle.
All right.
Chronicle is probably one of my favorite found footage films, but as far as
that
horror,
is a really good movie.
Yeah, as far as horror, I would say As Above, So Below, Creep 1 and 2, and Unfriended. I love them. Unfriended person. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and whatchamacallit, with the women that go underground. Well, no, that really wasn't.
That's not found footage.
Yeah, it had found footage moments.
Yeah. All right, and do you think it still work today, Mark?
Oh, VHS Beyond. VHS Beyond.
Oh yes, VHS Beyond.
VHS Beyond. VHS Beyond. As much as I love the first two VHS movies, VHS Beyond is like a whole nother level.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so that's it. Do you think it still work today? Found footage?
No.
No. All right.
Really?
Unless they do something like CG had an idea, and I know Noah got some ideas, but if they did a Resident Evil movie found footage, I think
cracked the code. Resident Evil found footage film.
If they did a Resident Evil movie with the actual characters that follow the story, I think would be.
George Romero did it. George Romero did Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead. And they're actually pretty decent too.
I like Diary of the Dead. Diary of the Dead was fun.
Mhm.
I mean, that's like when you guys are talking about the Scream, like the Gale Chronicles, if they showed like her found videos that she's been taking like the entire time throughout the movies, like that could be interesting compared to like what they've been giving us.
Exactly. That brings us to the topic that we were talking about before: is put a fan in the seat to write and direct, and then some of these franchises and stuff get fixed. This one, I don't know if this is a joke or not because it could be real. Freaking Facebook Live horror movie.
No, so she's saying maybe it could be a
that
Facebook
would be a good
Live.
idea for one. Yeah.
I mean, Unfriended was pretty much like that, and Host was pretty much like that. But yeah, that would be cool.
There's another hidden gem of a found footage film. It's called Radar. So it's somebody that's hacked into somebody's computer, and you get to see from that person, the hacker's perspective, everything that's going on in that person's apartment and stuff like that. And then the ending is,
you know what's a good one? And it flew under the radar. Searching.
Oh, I know.
Searching was a really
Searching is good. Yeah.
Yeah,
there it is. CG Behind the Mask. It was a half found footage film. Yes. CG. So just for you for making that comment is the Behind the Mask people will be stopping by Nerdbox on Tuesday to film an interview with us to talk about Behind the Mask 2. So Noah is our producer on that show. Noah, any details that you can give us on that? Is it going live that day? Do we have a date that we discussed yet for dropping it or no?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're going live. And because the live was with the anticipation that we were going to do it the day before the Kickstarter, but the Kickstarter went up and succeeded in 9 minutes. And I think we do we do John and Jean's Coffee House at the end of the month.
Yep.
The last Friday of every month. So
who we having on?
What's up?
Who are we having on?
We're gonna have Angela, Nathan, and David Steve.
Nice.
Let's see where that Kickstarter is at right now.
For that one. Yeah, I gotta hop on for that one.
Behind the Mask, the Kickstarter is loading. It is at $264,000. And all they were looking for was
crazy.
$20,000.
Wow.
Yep.
That is crazy.
If they have a goal, I forget. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Where they want to do a Ferris wheel scene, and they have a goal of what they want to hit for that. So I was like, oh man, I got to know what this Ferris wheel scene is that they want to do on it. So they're probably going to hit $300,000 this week. So I'm just happy for those people to get that stuff. I'm really excited for them. I went and backed the campaign, and as I was getting ready to exit, 2 add-ons. I get to build my Leslie Vernon display case most likely now, but they had a VHS for part 1 and a VHS for part 2 as add-ons. It's like, fuck yeah, I'm getting that. I spent over $500 on that movie. So it's like, yeah, I'm so happy about that. Oh, Scott Walker's here. Scott.
Oh, Scott.
Quiet. We missed you. You got a question? We're going to close out on your question. Do you think found footage of Bigfoot movies are scary or no, like Willow Creek? That is a very scary Bigfoot movie. Guys, check it out when you can.
I have not seen a found footage Bigfoot movie, but I've played Bigfoot video games, and they're quite terrifying, so I feel like that's kind of a similar like category if you think about it. I definitely think that category of film has potential, but
I did see one called Exist from 2014. It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's a new one out too. It's called Yeti. I am going to be watching Yeti in the next couple of days. So there may be. Scott's been asking for this, but there may be a Bigfoot discussion that we can do on the show in the coming future. So I'll see how good Yeti is. I'll let you guys know if it's good. Scott, I'll let you know if it's good as well.
You also got to watch Willow Creek now.
Willow Creek, I heard, is very good too.
Okay.
So I've never got around to watching it, but I heard that it is.
Is Willow Creek a found footage film? Is it a found footage horror Bigfoot film?
I don't know.
It's a found footage film that I know. I don't know what it's about.
No, I have to look.
What is this one here? So if you guys, it was okay with you, can we talk about scary people at movies next week? You promised me last year that we don't talk about. Yeah, we haven't gotten around to Bigfoot films, but scary people at movies. I wanted to know some more information about what you're talking about. Moviegoers? because there's funny stories I have at movie theaters and stuff like that. So, Shannon says Willow Creek is very good. Bobcat makes some great movies. So yeah, I think Willow Creek will have to be something that we'll look into.
Yeah, it's a found footage Bigfoot film.
Ah, all right.
Very nice.
All right. Maybe we'll have like an episode where we'll rank found footage films.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah.
So we haven't done a ranking in a while, so especially since our last one went off the rails. We had people running around with their shirt off. There was arguments everywhere. Man, that was a rough episode.
Yeah, that last ranking, boy. I tell you what. Oh my gosh.
We got to take a break from it. Yeah, we got to take a break from it. Maybe we'll do a ranking of Scary Movie. See how that works.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
Wait, of the franchise?
Yeah, Scary Movie.
Oh
franchise.
God, man, I only care about I only care about the first two. I don't even remember.
I would say if we do Scary Movie, should we do it on here or should we do it on the Friday podcasts?
We'll figure that out. All right, guys. So that is it for this week's episode. If you guys do have a topic, let us know. We're gonna maybe just try to start including a main topic in there, just instead of just horror news all the time, because the Scream stuff has died down, and we don't want to beat Scream 8, that dead horse just yet, because there's going to be lots of fake stuff out there right now. So thank you everybody for joining us. You have a fantastic week. Remember, on the 22nd of this month, Geekly will be debuting on the channel, and it'll be all things not horror. So you get to talk about Invincible and The Boys and all the other stuff. And I will be a special guest occasionally, because I don't get to keep up with the non-horror stuff like these guys do. So they'll be talking about that stuff.
Oh, we also want to talk about Daredevil too.
And on that note, everybody international, that it's already Monday. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, may the 4th be with you.
All right. We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you.
Listen to me. We got to get out of here. Come on. Tales of the Crypt is cool. Resident Evil
horror on the end of
look like terrible. It's terrible. Listen to me. Stop it.